I think this is what I was really most afraid of. The thought of losing you in such a horrible way, it would have been too much for me to bear. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. This is like, how am I supposed to reject this? This is like a perfect setup for like a kiss or something. Like, this is a perfect relationship setup. How am I supposed to avoid this shit, dude? I'm going to avoid it somehow because, as I said, I'm trying to avoid relationships because they change the subtle text here and there, and that, like, I won't be able to like see how other things happen. Like, for example, if we got together with Rose at the end of first chapter, I'm sure that this conversation would never happen, and the conversation with Kate and everyone else would probably also like slightly change. I'm trying to avoid those things because I do not want to like change the whole thing. Like, for example, Kate has like slowly been warming up to us, and Kate has not reached a point where she would like interact with us within like a relationship sort of manner, and neither has Melindra. Well, Melindra probably is not going to go down that route, but Kate probably will. But if we start a relationship with her, it's probably not going to work. So yeah. As Leila is done writing her words, I notice her hand is trembling slightly and that she is somewhat anxious look in her eyes. Hold her hand and reassure her that I'm not going anywhere. Reassure her that I'm not going anywhere, but don't hold her hand. This is so awkward. I really want to hold her hand. Hold on. Okay, I have saved, and I'm going to hold her hand and see how this romantic situation goes, and then we'll revert back to our original save, which is at save 9. Let me just say that just in case I forget. Hold her hand and reassure her I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry, Layla, I tell Layla as I place my hand on top of hers and then hold it gently. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, should I take it that you've already come up with a plan to defeat the Magium? Then Layla writes with a playful smile as she subtly pulls her hand away from mine. Of course, I say. In fact, the Magium never stood a chance against me to begin with. I've only been pretending to be scared by it until now in order to trick it into letting its guard down. If you don't believe me, you can ask Araka. She's the one who said that I'm the best person for dealing with the Magium, she's the one who said that I'm the best person for dealing with the Magium, not me. What does that mean? What is this sentence? It's like, she's the one who said that I am the best person for dealing with the Magium. It should have been a full stop there. Not me. Like, that sounds like she is not saying that. What the fuck? Hey, now that you mention it, Araka did say something about you being the only person fit for the job, Layla writes, as she plays along with my act. I will admit that I was a little skeptical at first, but now you have me fully convinced. So when are you planning to reveal your hidden powers, allow you to deal with a final blow to the Magium? All in due time, I say. You wouldn't want me to give away my secret plans and risk being overheard by an enemy, would you? My apologies, Layla writes with a smile. I almost ended up endangering all of our lives for the sake of mere curiosity. I should have known better. You are forgiven, as you make sure that you will never bring up this subject in the presence of any of our friends, I say. I'm saying this in order to protect them, of course, and absolutely not because I would die of embarrassment if they ever found out about this discussion. No need to worry, Layla writes. Your secret is safe with me. As we are finishing our conversation, we can hear the voice of a few of our friends coming from the room in which they're sleeping. We should probably go, Layla writes, as she sees me looking toward the sleeping quarters. I think they might all be awake by now. You're right, I say. We should not keep them waiting. We have a long day ahead of us. Layla nods, then we both get up from the ground, and so that we can begin heading in the direction of Darren and others. As we walk towards the sleeping quarters, I can see a blue floating text appear in front of me, which seems to be traveling at the same speed as me, so I can read it properly. I really had a fun night, Layla writes, while smiling. I'm glad that we decided to take this night shift together. Maybe we can do it again sometime. Yeah, I had fun tonight too, I say, and I'm sure we'll find other chances to talk like this, even if it's not necessarily night shift. Let's hope that we will, Layla writes. And when we reach our friends, we find out that everyone was already awake, and then they were just about to call out to us. As soon as they see us, they all get up from their beds, they grab their backpacks, they assemble in front of the door so that we can leave again. What does this mean? When we reach our friends, well, first of all, I'm kind of embarrassed that I mistook her signals and I thought that was the perfect kiss sequence. It really was not. What the fuck? Okay. When we reach our friends, we find out that everyone was already awake and they were just about to call out to us Okay, so they were not hiding and they were not giving us like the side eye. The reason why I'm asking that, because I'm going to make another save. So here, let me put a little gap in here. No, well, that wouldn't show up in the video anyway, so whatever. Okay, here's the scene. I have saved it on save file 9 in case this I honestly expected this to go into like some sort of like quote-unquote scene, so that I would then be able to load my previous file and then go about with that. But I don't want to now, since nothing really happened. All she did was like remove her hand or whatever, so I don't think there's a particular need to reload. But I've saved it on 9th, and I'm now going to make a main save file on the 20th file. Yeah, no, how about 11? I'll save it on 11th save file, the one that I'm continuing, in case this little section causes my if this little section causes like some relationship issues with Kate later on, then revert back to load file 9 and then continue from there and select not hand holding, only reassuring. Okay, continue. Alright, Darren says, everyone ready? For better or for worse, we are ready, Kate says. Let's head for the waiting room. Darren says the king of the underground is probably already waiting for us there, so he can give us our briefing. I thought he said give us our beating, and I was like, why is he beating you? You think that we made the right choice, Hardrick says, looking a little unsure of himself. When choosing our side, I mean. We'll only know for certain if it was the right choice once it's all over, Darren says. Until then, we can only hope. Yeah, Hardrick says, suppose you're right. Let's get going then. Once everyone is done talking, we all head for the King of the Underground's briefing, while Darren's words are probably still lingering in the back of everyone's mind. I suppose there really is no way to know anything for certain until it's all over. Even with the most careful of preparation and the best of intentions, there is still the possibility that we might have simply overlooked something. However, if there is one thing that we can be certain of, it is this: no matter the outcome, today's battle will decide Ollinger's fate once and for all. That is true. Chapter 9 of Book 3 is now available. Press on the button below to proceed. Summary of the previous chapter. After the King of the Ollinger's death, the Overseer has seized control of the city. While they're still in the underground, Barry and his friends were contacted by in secret by the Overseer, who asked for their cooperation for a plan to ambush the King of the Underground and his troops. Soon after they were to teleport to the surface, Barry and his team have decided to accept the Overseer's offer and to pretend to be allies with the rebels until they reach the surface, so they can attack them together with the drone. Upon receiving the Overseer's signal, whichever side wins the battle will get to decide for who will be the next King of Ollinger. Proceed to the next chapter.